I hope my screen is shared, guys. So we need to understand about control flow statements. Hmm. So control flow statements, what we need to understand about control flow statement, guys. Let's try to see. For control flow statements, there are three types of control flow statements actually. One is if condition, one is if else condition. I have already told you, but obviously, uh, this is the first, like I will start from the starting only. I'll not jump onto the loop and all this thing. So if condition, if there is type one, this is the if condition. Then what we have? We have if else control flow statement. Third one is if, elif, and else control flow statement. And I may already told you this thing, guys. In Python, if you know control flow statement and looping, your 50% of the problem is solved inside the problem Python. Right now, you will be able to solve some kind of good questions inside the Python actually. Okay, if you know about control flow statements and these things. Okay, so let's try to understand one by one each control flow statement. If condition. Okay, if condition. Now, if you try to see, guys, what is if condition? Let's try to understand properly. If condition, as it is in itself clear, if this condition is true, then and only I want the result. Otherwise, I do not want the result there. Okay. So what it is saying there, suppose guys, I have written if condition here. If I'm writing, and I'm writing if 7 greater than 2, if 7 greater than 2, if 7 greater than 2, then what I'm trying to do, guys, for printing anything in Python, guys, for printing anything in Python, we use print statement. So we use print right now for printing anything in Python. So if 7 greater than 2, then what we are doing right now, we are printing executed, single, simple code we have written right now. So if you try to see, this is the first line of code and this is the second line of code right now. So what does it doing? First line of code is executed, line by line execution of the code we need to do. And if you try to notice, guys, when I written second line of code, then I've leave some spaces here. Then I've leave some spaces there, spaces here. When I've written second line of code, these spaces are nothing but in Python, guys, you manage the code using indentation. So we are writing indentated code. So this is indentation we are maintaining right now. Okay. So this is actually somewhat 4 spaces gap. We have it there. So what we are trying to make it here, why we are making this indentation to make this thing happen. Just a second. Why we are giving this spaces right now, the very basic reason behind it, we are saying that if our 7 we're saying that if our 7 is greater than 2, then and only we wanted to print executed. Otherwise we don't want it to print executed right now. So what we meant to say here right now, this print statement I am writing inside the if condition. Inside this, is in this indentation, what does it means right now? That this print statement code, whatever we have written here, it will be present inside our if condition. This is why we have given this spaces. That means we are making sure this print statement is written inside the if condition. But if I write like this, guys, if 7 greater than 2, print executed. Use it executed. So what we are doing right now, if you try to see this first line of code, second line of code there, do we have maintain any indentation, guys? No, we did not maintain any kind of indentation there. So can I say this print statement is present inside this if condition? Can we say this thing, guys? This print statement is present inside this if condition. It is not present inside this if condition, guys. We cannot say this thing because we do not maintain any kind of indentation there. Okay, we have maintained some indentation there to make sure one thing, that whatever the code we have written, print statement or any other code, we are making sure this code is present inside this if condition. That's how the indentation rule is there. Whether this code is present inside that whether that code is present inside that or not. This is what we are doing inside the indentation right now. Okay. So now let's just go and understand thoroughly this if condition right now. So if I'm writing if 7 greater than 2, then I'm writing print executed. Executed. If 7 greater than 2, then we are trying to print what? Executed, guys. So what I'm saying, if condition is very simple, that it is saying that if this condition is true, if this condition is true, then whatever you have written inside this if condition, it will be getting executed. It will be getting executed. Okay, it will be getting executed. But guys, try to understand, if this condition become false, if this condition become false, so what does it means, guys? If this condition is become false, whatever you have written inside this if condition, it will be not getting executed. So this condition is main actually. This condition is main. If it is true, then something is going to execute it. If it is false, then something is not going to execute. Simple if condition, how it works right now. So guys, I'm writing very simple codes right now here. What I'm trying to do, I'm writing if 3 greater than 2, okay, then I'm writing x1 is equal to 10 and print x1. Okay, and then that's all. So guys, line by line we execute the code. So we go on to this line, first line, we see what is the condition. So condition is true or false, guys? Condition is true or false, guys?
True.
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 If condition is true, then whatever we have written inside the code, inside this if condition, it will be executed. So x1 will be getting executed and print x1 will be also happening right now. So x1 value we are going to get what, guys? What will be x1 value will be printed here? X1 value, what it will be printed, guys? 10. Very good. So it's depend upon this condition. Suppose, guys, I have written 3 greater than 20. And now try to see this condition is become false. If this condition become false, guys, then all this thing is going to execute x1 and print. No, it is not going to execute right now because the condition becomes false. If condition became false, it will not going to execute. Simple. This is the thing that you need to track inside the if condition. Now, guys, as concept is clear, as concept is getting clear, then I can dig this thing more in depth and make you understand regarding some more thing.